die from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play it.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's put that team on the clock. Watch the safety creep.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield, because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a 1st down throw, complete downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Go, boys, go. Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. First down, Murray. Setting up the screen for Cook. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Murray. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Murray now, third and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So a one-handed catch from OBJ in the end zone. Not really surprised anymore, I guess. This is becoming routine.
Yeah, isn't that something? And we have to be careful ourselves, right, about treating it as only routine, because it's still spectacular to go up one hand, possess the football, whether there's contact or not, to come down and create that play. That's absolutely phenomenal. And one way it happens, these guys work at it. They practice these types of catches all the time.
And he practices it all the time. You see his pregame routine. We were down there today. It's unbelievable.
It absolutely is. And now the stigma of looking like you're showing off is really gone. Now it's actually part of the game.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tenants. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Hey, come on. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jackson. He can run for it, and he will.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Henry. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Jackson on third and long. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first down carry for Henry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the gun, Murray. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Complete to number 86. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, yep.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dalvin Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made there by Mason Foster. They'll go to Barkley again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dez Bryant, 77 yards, and the Ravens are in for 6. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. That's caught inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray now on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Watch one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 64 yards on the ground. Throwing is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll try and run it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Back to throw it, Murray.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They go play action now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.